Hello, classmates. I'm Jamie Sanks. I'm pastor of the House of God, a non-denominational church here in Columbus, Georgia. I'm going to share with you about the Baptist denomination. I'm going to briefly explain how the denomination started. Most importantly, their doctrinal beliefs. According to Mark Eno, the early Baptists arose among English separatists who, influenced by the Puritan criticism of the religious establishment, felt it was necessary to pull out of the Church of England entirely to preserve the true Christian life. The English separatists, like the Baptists, were persecuted or forced to seek exile abroad in countries like Holland. Speaking of Holland, one of the groups went to Holland under the leadership of John Smith, 1565 to 1612. In Holland, they came into contact with Dutch bases of their confession of faith. Smith came to feel that the adult believer baptism was the norm established in the New Testament. So he baptized himself in 1609 and several others to establish the first English Baptist church. Before leaving Holland, beloved, these early Baptists also issued a declaration proclaiming what was at the time radical beliefs. Number one, local churches should control their own business. Number two, magistrates should not be given power over church affairs. And number three, baptism or washing of water is the outward manifestation of dying to sin and therefore does not pertain to infants. There were some Baptists who returned during that time to England. According to H. Leon Macbeth, author of the Baptist Heritage in 1611, he led his small group from Holland to England and established the first Baptist church on English soil. It was established in Spitalfield, which was a second in London. He believed that it was wrong for Christians to flee their native land because of religious, for the everyone fled, then true religion would have been driven out. Shortly after the Baptists were divided into two strains, the General Baptists, who believed that Christ's death was equally effective for all people, and the particular Baptists who believed that Christ's death had a saving sentence for those who were generated by the Holy Spirit. In America, records show that first organized Baptist church was formed in 1639 by Roger Williams, particularly in New England. Baptist beginnings also formed in the Middle Colonies, where they established the first surviving association, 1707, adopted a confession of faith, 1742, established a Baptist college, 1764, and launched aggressive home mission work. Baptist beginnings also took place in the South, in particular, South Carolina. The Southern Baptists began small, but grew to become predominant in the South today. Eventually, the issues of slavery caused the Baptists in the North and the South to go their separate ways. However, in spite of the separation, their essential doctrinal beliefs are what characterized the Baptists and what has made an impact in America today. I will share the doctrinal beliefs in the form of the acrostic Baptist. B is for biblical authority, Matthew 24:35, 1 Peter 1:23, 2 Timothy 3:16-17. A is for autonomy of the local church, Matthew 18:15-17, 1 Corinthians 6, 1-3. P is for priesthood of all believers, 1 Peter 2:5-9, and 1 Timothy 5. T is for two ordinances, believers' baptism and the Lord's Suppers, Acts 2:41-47, 1 Corinthians 11:23-32. I is for individual soul liberty, Romans 14:5-12. S is for saved and baptized church membership, Acts 2:41-47, 1 Corinthians 12:12, 2 Corinthians 6:14, and Ephesians 4:3. Now, according to John S. Hammond, regenerate church membership is meaningful church membership involving only those with a genuine commitment to Christ and the congregation of Christ's people. T is for two offices of the church, pastor and deacon. 1 Timothy 3:1-13, Titus 1-2. S is for separation of church and state, Matthew 22:15-22. There's a lot to the history of Baptists, but unfortunately, beloved, time would not permit me to go deeper. But it's my sincere and profound hope that you understand that Baptists help make an impact toward religious liberty in American society without government interference, and they appreciate the doctrine that they espouse. Thank you.